So I'll take each one of them, and then I will go into it deeper. So what is the question you start with is what is important to you about, and you fill in the blanks. That's how you start the pain. Okay. So
Khaled, I want to add one thing only. Here in GCC, when you are dealing with the owners, they are not taking all this time or to answer you. They are direct. Like if you are asking two question or three question, they will tell you you don't know what you are doing. It's like this. They will not take the things on consideration that okay we'll discuss. No, if you're asking two question, more than two question, he will tell you direct. You don't know what you are doing. It's
interesting.
direct.
Okay, what caused you to say that?
Again?
What caused you to say that? You must have a reason for you to say that.
I had many experience of this.
Experience, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's your past.
Yeah.
Okay? It's your past experience, and a lot of salespeople, they build the future based on their past, and that's
Yeah.
not unusual. Okay? This system is different than what you've been doing on the past. If you noticed, and I don't know if you know you did, but with Mustafa and Hannah, I asked them, is it okay if I'm going to be asking you some questions regarding to find out more about what you are interested in, what you're doing? Is that okay if I ask these questions? And they said,
no problem.
no problem. So I asked permission. And if for whatever reason he said like, oh, you know, you asked me this question, so go ahead and ask me this question. Like, you know, tell me, oh, you know, what, you don't know what you're talking about. Yusuf,
Yeah.
tell me, tell me, you know, tell me what you just told me. Like, you know, I'm asking you these questions and you don't like that I'm asking you these questions. Tell me.
Yeah. Let's start about the finishing. How he started, Mustafa. Let's start talking about the finishing.
No. I'm not gonna go there. I'm just telling you. You said that your concern is that from your past experience, if I ask so many questions, they're gonna say that I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Yes.
So tell me that. I'm the salesperson, and you're you. Tell me that.
Okay. Why? Can you tell me why you are asking a lot of questions? Explain to me one time. Don't ask a lot of questions.
Okay. Yusuf, I apologize. It sounds to me like I said something that may have upset you, and that's definitely not my intention. I thought that I asked permission if I can ask you some questions so that I know really what you're dealing with, so that I'm not going to give you something that's going to look like everybody else. I want to give you something that's going to, you know, show your character and show like, you know, who you are, and just present like who you really are. Is that important to you, or should I stop?
Yeah. But Khaled, I have a lot of things to do, and I just bring only half hour to see you, and I want to get all the things in this 3 minutes. If you are asking more question, I cannot. You cannot help me like this. This is the answers.
Okay, that's fair enough, Yusuf. I'm sorry, I'm confused. I thought I heard you say that we have an hour. And you said you're okay with an hour. Maybe I misheard you. Did I understood wrong?
It's okay. It's okay. You can go ahead with an hour, but I don't think we can cover all these things in 1 hour if you are asking a lot of questions.
Okay, fair enough. And is it okay for you if at the end of the 1 hour, if we weren't able to cover everything, would it be okay with you to set another time for another time? Or are we right now? Are you busy right now? I mean, we can schedule another time if you want. I want you to be comfortable, you and Hannah. This is like, I thought like this is important for you, isn't it? Like, you know, this is your home, you're building it. So, you know, that's why I just want to make sure that you're going to be very happy with what you're going to be installing in your home.
Yes, I'll try. Yeah, I'll try.
Okay, very good. And anytime you find that, you know, I'm asking too much, that's okay. Thank you for letting me know. So I just want to make sure that I'm serving you with the best that I can. Okay? All right, good. All right, good. So how is that?
Very good.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Okay, good. So this is called advanced rapport. Advanced rapport. If we have more time, I'll go through it, but we don't have time. This is skill that it's called okay, not okay. Okay, I'm just going to share with you real quick. It's advanced rapport. Inshallah, if we have time in the future, we can do this training. I'll teach you that advanced stuff. But that's called okay, not okay. Anybody that comes to you aggressive, you don't fight back. You go back down. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I may have said something wrong that upset you. You saw that how wrong is that? So now you just absorb that energy, okay? And there's way how to do that, but now we don't have time for this. So, all right, that's a pain step. Good?
Perfect.
All right. So now with the pain, you need to cover 3 levels of pain. How many pain? How many levels?
Three levels.
Okay, good. Number one, the level 1 of pain is, we call it surface level. Surface level. Okay? Surface level. Number 2, it's more of like, you know, business level. Okay? Business. And number 3 is personal level.
Personal.
Okay, personal. So the surface level would be something like when he said about the finishing, the apps. You're talking about the apps, Mustafa and Hannah. So that is a surface. So now my job is to go to understand. I asked them like how that's affecting. How would that affect? Would that affect your other areas in your life, like such as business or anything like that? If we don't have the right finishing, how that's going to affect everything else? And now he's going to say something like, what? Hannah.
For the finishings, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna affect the interior design for the house. Like the house won't look good.
Okay. And if the house doesn't look good, how are you gonna feel about this?
I'm gonna feel uncomfortable being there.
Exactly. And that's your home. So we want to make sure that you're gonna be very comfortable with that. Boom. Personal level. I got to uncomfortable. Personal level is uncomfortable. So she said, I'm going to feel uncomfortable. So I went three levels deep. That's when you know you covered one pain. I have 4 pains here in front of me. That is a process to go through each of these pains. You want to go 3 levels in each of these pains. You start with the question is, what is important to you about that pain? And then how does that affect, your business? How does it affect your family? It's going to affect anything else? And they're gonna tell you, yes, it's gonna make it look bad or whatever, and maybe my family's gonna come or whatever, it's gonna be safe for my family. That's how it's gonna affect it. Okay, how would you feel about that if this would ever happen? I'm comfortable. Boom. Now I have a glue. That is when I want her to be emotional. If they're not emotional, they're not gonna buy from me. That is the glue. Look, there are a lot of salespeople out there. There's a lot of companies out there. Why they're going to do business with you is because they will they will believe that they will believe you that you really care for them and you understand their pain. That is why people buy from you, not because of the price, not because of the quality. Yes, the quality is important, of course, but they buy from you because they trust you and they trust that you understand their pain. If they understand that you understand their pain, if they believe that you understand their pain, boom, now you have bonding. And that is why people will buy from each other. So that is why the pain step, it's super important. It's the most important out of everything, out of all the system, including the pre-verbal agreement, including everything. The pain step is the most important. You want to take your time and you want to learn how to navigate from it and not be scared. Not be scared to ask these tough questions, because these tough questions are going to distinguish you from every other salesperson out there. These tough questions. And anytime that somebody's going to attack you, you're going to use some of these skills that, that's one of them that I just shared with you right now is okay, not okay. There's DISC, there's transactional analysis, there's bank, there's multiple other advanced techniques I can use for that. But, right now it's not the time to go through this advanced stuff. I want you just to understand that it's very important for you to go through the pain step. Without pain, you have no sale. Or you will have a sale that is surface level sale. We call it spaghetti selling. I told you about that yesterday. You throw enough spaghetti on the wall and then some of it is going to stick. Eventually it's going to all slide down. The only reason why they're going to come back to you, the only reason why they're going to, refer you, the only reason why they want to do business with you is because they believe that you understand their pain. And the only way you can do that, my friends, is by having guts, having courage to ask the uncomfortable questions, the questions that 99% of salespeople avoid, the questions that, you know, Yusuf got uncomfortable with, and he had the courage to say that to me. I know a lot of people on this room, they had the same concerns as Yusuf, but didn't have the guts to tell me this. Yusuf had the guts to say that, because I do a lot of trainings all around the world, and I know I get the same concern from everybody, not just in the Middle East, all around the world. So that's not unusual. So ask the tough questions gently. That is the key word, gently. You want to ask permission to ask these questions in the pre-verbal agreement, and you start asking these questions, not in instigating way. So tell me, when are you going to start? Oh, why are you doing this design this way? That is coming interrogating. That's not the way you ask. You want to be nurturing. So help me understand. This is really looks, you know, it's very, very exciting project you're doing. Your home automation in your home. That must be very exciting for you. So what designs that you are looking into right now? So you start with building them up, and then you ask the question. Not you ask the question right away. So you wanna use these, we call them softeners. What's it called, please? Softeners. Okay, so that must be very exciting for you, like building a great house. Softening, build them up. What design are you using right now? And now they'll be more open to share with you. Okay, so pain step, it's super important.
Mr. Khaled, sure, you used to ask a client what is his needs.
That is, yes, the pain, yes, the needs are very surface level. The needs are not the same as the pain. The needs are the surface, like the needs, okay, I need a home automation so that I make things easier for, you know, everybody at the house, or I want to show off, you know, to my friends. Okay, that's surface level. I need to go deeper into 3 levels deeper than that. That's not surface needs. This is pain. This is emotional attachment. Everybody has attachment towards something, and you want to be, your job is to discover that. Yes.
How we could build up this emotional attachment?
Just like what I was doing right now. I'll just go through this process. I ask, there's a series of questions that you want to ask. So for example, what is the purpose for you asking this right now, Subh?
Because in the discussion with the client, I get some feedback. I was the only one who asking this question.
Good. And how's that a problem for you?
This give me good feedback that I'm going deep with them to understand their needs. Not their pain.
And how's that a problem if you weren't able to do so?
Some of them, they are not that much open to the system or have more knowledge about the system. Let's say for smart home, it's the first time he building a home. It's the first time he hear about home automation, and he don't know more about to answer the questions which I am asking him.
Okay, but that doesn't cost you like any sale, does it?
What do you mean not cost me any sale?
Yeah, no, if you weren't able to get them to understand that doesn't cost you a sale. Like you always close, right?
Depends. No, either they believe the idea or the system which I am selling them, or no. Like in one case, I mentioned it on the first day of the training. I explained to the client the system and everything, and after that he called me back with he come up with another system. So,
and what is that? What is that costing you when this happens? What does that cost you?
I am in a way to lose him.
And how do you feel about that if you lose him?
Sure, I will feel bad because I do something wrong in the process.
Okay. What just happened? What just happened right now?
Can I add one thing, Khaled?
Just before you add, what just happened right now? What just happened?
You just got Subha's personal pain.
I just did this step with you.
Yeah.
I took you through the pain step. I took you through the pain funnel. I asked you with how's that a problem for you, and you said, you know, I'm not gonna able to lose them. And then I asked you, okay, how do you feel about that? He said you're gonna feel bad. I did the same pain step with you right now. You get it?
Khaled, if you allow me to interrupt.
Just one second, Muhammad. I just need to make, yes, I'll come back to you.
Sure.
Subhi.
Yeah.
This is, look, I know where you are right now because you were emotionally attached in the conversation. That's why you were not able to see it, but I was doing it to you right now. Do you understand?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, good. All right. Hussein and then Muhammad, and then we're going to wrap it up after this.
I want to write note to solve the problem. So you're right. I was emotionally attached to the conversation.
And that is what you want your clients to be. You want them to be just feeling like how you felt right now, attached to the conversation. And how you do this is by you going deeper into the pain funnel. And once you get down to the pain, now you bring a blanket and you put it around them and you say, you know what, that's not unusual. Most salespeople feel the same way like you do, which is and feel bad because they're losing prospects. You're not alone, Subhi. Okay, see that? I'm nurturing him right now. So when you take them through the pain, don't leave them there bleeding, right? You want to nurture them. It's like, it's okay. That's why I'm here. You know, we want to make sure that, you know, this is not going to happen or this is going to be okay for you. That is how you build bonding. So imagine if you have a cut. If you have a cut, okay, and now it's like ملتهبة يعني شوي. The cut is infected. Thank you, Aziz. So what we do as salespeople, like professional salespeople, is we come and we squeeze that cut. We squeeze that cut to get all that العمل out. What's the عمل?
Pus.
The pus. Thank you. So you squeeze it, you get that pus out. It's gonna hurt, but then you're going to clean it up and you're gonna like put a nice medicine and put a plaster on top of it. That is our job. They don't know that they have a pain until you discover that and you help them discover it for themselves. And how do you do this? Just like I did with Subhi right now, by asking these questions to go deeper into that pain, to get down to the personal level. And how do you know you got to a personal level? When they tell you words such as sad or feeling bad or, you know, so on and so forth. Everybody understand? Yes? I think that's where bonding happen, is when breakdown happen, when frustration happen. That's when you know the true essence of people. So it's okay to have this, and you need to be expecting to happen something like that with your prospect and your clients. It's healthy conflict to have this so that you can get to bond with each other and you can understand each other on a deeper level. But I want to make sure in the pain step, at least take one pain through 3 levels. How many levels?
3 levels.
3 levels. Level 1 is surface level. Level 2 is business level. And level 3 is personal level. And if you want to use what Aziz just shared with us, which is, you know, ask the why question. You know, why would you want this design? Well, I want this design because it fits in you know, with a neighborhood. Okay, and why is a neighborhood they have it this way? Oh, because this and that. Oh, why would this? So ask why questions, okay? Because you ask permission as long as it's making sense. It's not like just because you want to ask why, you are taking important information. You want to go deeper into the pain until you get down to, they tell you, and you ask them, how do you feel? In order to get to the personal level, you want to ask them, the last question is, how do you feel about that? And they'll tell you sad, uncomfortable, frustrated. That's when you know that you reach the end of the pain. End of the pain step is when you hear sad, frustrated, overwhelmed, or whatever that is, or not comfortable, okay? And once you get there, you want to nurture them. You tell them, that's not unusual. A lot of our clients, they have felt the same way too. And that's why we help them to avoid this from ever happening. Okay? That's when you nurture them. All right? The question is, do you segregate each pain? Yes, the answer is yes. So you want to go through each pain and you go down to the personal. Then you go to the next pain. Okay, so now the next pain is finishing and quality. So why would that be important to you? And now, how does that impact your business or your life. So here are the keywords that will help you guide you through these steps, these 3 levels. Question number 1, for the surface, what is important to you about? That is the question that you ask that will take you here. So this question is gonna address the surface. To get the business impact or the family or whatever, you ask is, so what is that costing you? Okay, what is that costing you? Or how does that affect other areas of your life? So you can use either how that's costing you, or how does it affect, or what's the impact. Any of these words will be fine. That will give you this level. And then to get to the personal level, how do you feel about that? Right? How do you feel?